There is a moment most people never talk about. You are alone. No audience. No pressure. And suddenly you hear your own voice thinking out loud, not rehearsing for anyone, just processing. And somewhere along the way, society decided that moment was strange. But what if that quiet habit is not a flaw at all? What if it is actually a sign of how your mind organizes reality? Before we label it, let's slow this down because the truth is far more interesting than people think. Trait 1. External processing style. Some minds do not sort thoughts silently. They sort them in the open. When you speak your thoughts, you are not talking to yourself for comfort. You are converting abstract ideas into something your brain can work with. Psychology shows that externalizing information reduces mental clutter. Instead of juggling thoughts internally, you place them outside yourself where they become easier to adjust, refine, and understand. This is not a distraction. It is clarity through expression. Pay attention to when it shows up. It is rarely random. It happens during decision-making, problem-solving, or moments of uncertainty. That tells us something important. Your brain is not losing control. It is asking for structure. Talking becomes a tool, not a habit. And the more complex the situation, the more likely your voice steps in to help guide the process. Trait 2. Spatial thinking strength. Many people think linearly. Others think spatially. If you talk to yourself, you may belong to the second group. Speaking allows you to map ideas in space. You are not just thinking words, you are hearing direction, tone, and rhythm. This engages more areas of the brain at once, which helps you orient yourself inside complex thoughts. It is similar to pacing while thinking. Movement creates mental alignment. This is not about noise. Here is the part people misunderstand. This has nothing to do with volume. You are not loud. You are deliberate. Even whispering counts. The power is not in being heard. The power is in engagement. Your brain stays present when your voice is involved. Silence can let thoughts drift. Sound anchors them. When emotions rise, many people internalize them until they overflow. But speaking out loud changes the emotional equation. Naming what you feel creates distance from it. You move from being inside the emotion to observing it. This is why people who talk to themselves often recover faster from stress. They process feelings in real time instead of storing them. Notice the shift. You are not suppressing emotion. You are guiding it. That is a major psychological skill. It is the difference between reaction and response. Talking gives you a pause, and that pause gives you choice. People who speak their thoughts tend to learn by teaching themselves. You explain things as if someone else is listening, even when no one is there. That activates deeper understanding. When you explain an idea, gaps reveal themselves. Your brain fixes those gaps instantly. This is why self-talk often appears during learning or planning. Ever notice how you remember things you said out loud more clearly? That is not accidental. Speaking adds another layer of encoding. Tells your brain this matters. You are not memorizing harder. You are memorizing smarter. Internal accountability. When you talk to yourself, you create a witness. Someone is paying attention. That increases follow-through. You are more likely to complete tasks, correct mistakes, and stay aligned with your values. It is not self-judgment. It is self-monitoring. The voice keeps you honest. Leadership does not always show up in groups. Sometimes it shows up alone. Directing yourself is a form of authority. You are practicing how to lead without external validation. That skill transfers into real-world confidence later. Creative integration. Creativity thrives in dialogue. When you speak ideas out loud, they collide, merge, and evolve. This is why writers, builders, and designers often talk to themselves. Creativity is not silent. It is conversational. Why this is misjudged. From the outside, people see behavior. They do not see function. Talking to yourself looks odd only when its purpose is misunderstood. In reality, it is one of the most adaptive cognitive tools humans have. So if you catch yourself narrating, questioning, encouraging, or correcting yourself, Pause before judging it. That voice is not noise. It is coordination. It is your mind aligning itself with reality. Gentle and grounded. If this felt familiar, you are not alone. And if you enjoy psychology that explains behavior without shaming it, stay here. More clarity is coming. Like, share and subscribe.